Hi, my name is Pierpont Pirbumisate, and I will be doing a scavenger hunt today, measuring 4 different shapes and finding their perimeter, area, circumference, and volume, and surface area. And the first shape that I will be doing is triangle, which today I'll be using my Wi-Fi box as my shape. And let me just wait just a second. And just get my ruler, my handy dandy ruler over here. Okay, let me just find my inches. That's inches, okay. Now, measuring my length, by looking at it, it is about 5 inches and 5 and 7. And width-wise, it is about 3. Wait, just a second, let me check my length again. Because it is dark in here, because my ruler is dark. I don't know if you guys can see it too. I know if you can't see it. Oh, it's a 6 inches. Lengthwise 6, widthwise 3. Okay. And from the looks of it, it's just by looking at it. And lengthwise is 6 inches, widthwise 3. And I used the formula A equals length times width. And I put it all together. A equals 3 times 6, which equals 18 inches squared. Then when I use when I add it towards my area when I add it for my perimeter, P equals 2 length plus 2 width. I did P equals 2 times 6 plus 2 times 3, which ends up being 12 plus 6 equals 18 inches. Then my next shape, I did the rectangle. Since I don't have that many rectangle shapes in my house, I use my cup holder. As you can see, my cup holder, and just by looking at it, from counting it, yep, you can see it. And it's about 3 inches and 3.7. That will be the base, and the height will be 2 point. I wrote it down earlier. Let me just find it. Sorry, I don't want to count. It's about 2.8. Yep, 2.8. And my base 3. My base is about 3.5, and my height is 2.8. And just by looking at it, I wrote it down. I used the formula A equals base times height over 2. And I did 3 times 2.8 over 2 equals 8.4 over 2. And then I divided 8.4 by 2 and became 4.2 inches squared. Then I used the same measurements I've used as perimeter. P equals A plus B plus C. And I did 2.8 plus 3 equals 8.8 inches. Now for circle area, the radius I got 4.8, and for my radius, for my shape, I used my DVD from who knows how long ago it was. But measuring it from the radius, it's about 4.8 inches. Yeah, about 4.8. Then then the formula I'll be using is, since my keyboard doesn't have a pi symbol, I use 3.14 instead, which stands for pi. So I did A equals 3.14 R squared. Then I put it together with my measurements, which A equals 3.14 times 4.8 squared, and it became 3.14. Actually, no, what I did was I did 4.8 squared first, which became 23.404. Then I times it by 3.14, which became 72.34 inches. And then for my formula circumference, I use formula C equals 2 pi, which is 2 times 3.14 R. And I put it together is 2 times 3.14 times 4.8, which equals 30.1 inches. And my next one is the rectangle solid. And my length I got 6.7, the width I got 3, and height I got 3. And for my rectangular, I use my Asian cream cracker box. That was my mom's favorite food. She bought it for me about 3 months ago, which she ended up passing away about 2 months ago. Rest in peace to her. Love her to death. But my measurements for using it. Okay. Oh wait, sorry about that. Okay, width-wise, wait, that's my centimeters. Sorry about that. Width-wise, it's about, yep, 3 inches. And then length-wise, it's about, let's see here. Oh, wrong. Length-wise, I have to do like this. It's about 6.7 inches. And then my height, wait, I forgot, just always like this. Which is 3 inches. So I put my measures together. It's the formula V equals LWH, and then I put in the formula 6. I put it in formula 6.7 m times 3m times 3m, which I times it together, and it became 60.3 m to the third. Then you plugged it into the surface area, which is A equals 2 times width times length plus 2 times height times length plus 2 times height times width. And I plugged again. It was A equals 2 times 6.7 times 3 plus 2 times 3 times 6.7 plus 2 times 3 times 3. And I add each pairing individually, which is 2 times 6 times 7 equals 40.2 squared. 2 times 3 times 6.7 equals 40.2 inches squared. And then the 2 times 3 times 3 equals 18 squared. And I add all together, became 98.4 inches squared. And my last shape is the cylinder, which my cylinder is the height I got 8, and my radius I got 2.5. And the cylinder, oh, here's my cylinder. Okay, for the cylinder, it's become but for the radius, I got 2.5, and the height I have 8 inches. And then the formula I use is A equals 2 pi RH plus 2 pi r squared. And I put it all together. 2 times 3.14 times 2.5 times 8, which plus 2 times 3.14 I'm sorry, it was like plus 2 times 3.14 times 2.5 squared. And I also multiplied it individually. So 2 times 3.14 times 2.5 times 8 equals 125.6. And then 2 times 3.14 times 2.5 squared equals 15.7, and I add those two together and it became 14.13 inches.